Hello everybody. Thank you for joining us and welcome to today's webinar on DevOps and ITSM, a perfect pair for improving quality of IT delivery. My name is David Bathley with Quint Wellington Redwood and I'll be your host today. Here are a few things about our organization, Quint Wellington Redwood. Quint is a global consulting firm dedicated to the improvement of IT value to the business in many different means. We've been in business for 25 years now and we'll actually be celebrating that milestone later this year. We started off in 1992 in Amsterdam and today we've expanded to be a global company with more than 250 consultants operating on every continent around the globe. Our core business practices include IT sourcing, architecture, governance, lean IT, IT service management, of course, and DevOps. And we're very proud to say that in the last 3 years running, we have been selected by the IAOP as the top-level advisor on sourcing and governance. And we like to continue to be a trendsetter in the areas of lean IT and DevOps. Next to our consulting practices, Quint possesses two other business lines. Quint Academy, which develops and delivers IT management training and courses to fit IT professionals. All our training materials are developed by our experts working in the consulting practice with our customers. And we train over 30,000 professionals through Quint Academy every year. Quint Solutions, on the other hand, takes advantage of the synergies between our consulting and our academy portfolio and offers a complete portfolio of training products and services to match the needs of training providers all around the globe. With you today are myself and our presenter, Harriet. Harriet is a senior consultant and she's been with Quint for quite some time now. She is very experienced in high-performing IT as well as agile coach, Scrum Master, and trainer. She's helped some of the world's largest organizations streamline and accelerate their customer value. Today, we are introducing a new course around DevOps and ITSM. This is a one-day course that we developed with IT professionals in mind. Its aim is to provide delegates with an overview of DevOps and provide an understanding of how it fits with IT service management. In previous years, many IT professionals have attended one form or another of IT service management training, most of them ITIL, of course, with roughly 200,000 delegates a year, and now many of them are turning to DevOps, considering it to be the next step in their career or the key to further improve their work and their organization. With this new training, participants will understand how DevOps and ITSM complement each other, and they will gain useful basic knowledge before heading to DevOps Fundamental course. In this webinar, we'll give you an overview of the contents of this training. We'll show you how DevOps and ITIL complement each other, and to finish, we'll go over the key concepts covered in the training. Without further ado, I would like to leave the floor to Harriet and wish you all a great webinar. Harriet, the floor is yours.
Thank you, David. Hi, everybody. Thanks for listening in. If I look at this training, why did we decide to develop this training? Well, basically, because there's a need for it. We heard a lot of discussions in the market, in ITIL communities, on what DevOps is all about and what does it mean. Do we benefit, or do we decide that we cannot use ITIL and ITSM anymore because we have DevOps? So a lot of questions. That's why we said, okay, let's make sure we can clear some doubts on that. If I look at this training, because we wanted to talk about clearing doubts, having a lot of discussions, this training has a very practical approach on looking at how both worlds coexist. So we do not dive into very lengthy, detailed theory, but we want to start discussions using hands-on exercises. That's why also we don't have any examination on this training. I also would like to point out that we don't offer you a one-size-fits-all formula or solution, because simply there is not a one formula for a successful DevOps implementation. We do want to provide you with some case studies and sharing knowledge that will help you to understand the DevOps movement in your own organization. That's why if I look at the target audience, first of all, we look at the service management professionals in your organizations to offer them some more hands-on knowledge on DevOps together with ITSM. But of course, this training is also available for anyone who wants to have a better understanding of DevOps in relation to IT service management. Everybody is welcome. That also means that if we look at the prerequisites, a foundation level of understanding of the ITIL lifecycle is very preferable. Also, do have some understanding of DevOps in your organization, because that will even strengthen the discussions during the day even more. Before I dive into the training, let's have a quick look at DevOps. I think most of you probably already heard a lot of DevOps and what it is. I think there exist a lot of definitions, and the one we usually work with is that we look at it as a professional movement that advocates a collaborative working relationship between, of course, development and IT operations, and with the target of having a fast flow of planned work. Actually, what DevOps promises is that you have 200 times more frequent deployments, 24 times more faster recovery from failure, 3 times lower change failure rates, and of course a lot of shorter lead times. So that's a lot of promises, and not only on deploying faster, but it's also about stability, about correcting incidents as soon as they occur. And then if I look at these goals, I see a lot of alignment with, for instance, service design and transition, but also on operations, and lastly, but do not forget, also on continual service improvement. And even Gene Kim, one of the DevOps gurus, underlines that. He says, trust me, the DevOps movement fits perfectly with ITSM. To say that means that maybe a lot of people view DevOps as backlash to ITIL, but Gene Kim has a different view. He says that ITIL and ITSM still are the best codifications of the business process that underpin IT operations. And actually, they describe many of the capabilities needed into order for IT operations to support a DevOps-style workstream. So that's it from Gene Kim's side, and I definitely fully support his views, and we will share those views during the day. So that means that ITIL provides a structured way of thinking. It also is very much about alignment of business and IT to improve business value and to improve business relationships. So actually it is about delivering end-to-end services to the business, which of course is also what DevOps provides. But what DevOps adds to that is that it's looking at fast delivery, at collaborative working. So it also adds a lot of looking at behavior and autonomy in a team. And that is something that ITIL doesn't look at that much. So together they are a very strong combination. Now, if I look at what will we offer during the course, of course we start off with a training introduction. Oh, that's a very standard one. And then secondly, we will dive into the DevOps and ITIL theory. Just on a more high level, because we are aware that there are a number of ITSM ITIL training, and the same goes for DevOps. Also, DevOps already offers a number of training on a starting level, but also on a more expert level. But still, we do want to look at the theory and see where they actually are a bit alike. So that's it on that topic. The third topic is on DevOps journeys. Why did we include this topic in it? Because we also recognize that in a lot of organizations we see different starting points. Sometimes in the organization, and probably the most common one is where application development is moving to also include the application operations part. And if that is your movement, it means you probably have a focus on the maintenance. Actually, what we say is you build it, you run it, but also to look at the taking responsibility for your life cycle. So these will be your main focus if that is your journey. We sometimes see, not that often, also that the journey starts with on the infrastructure side. That can be the case. So that means that the operation of infra and the development of infra is together in a DevOps team, usually called a platform team. If that is your journey, you have a different focus, and you very likely are looking at standardizing and automating routine support and maintenance work. So you see different journeys take different actions. And for us, during that course, we will look at what is the role of ITSM, ITIL ITSM in those movements. What is it that the processes will provide to structure more? So that's it on that topic. Then, of course, and that's more in the afternoon, we will also have a lot of discussions. So the topic on the contribution of ITIL and DevOps is more a exercise focused topic, because with the use of videos we want to challenge our students to discuss among themselves what it is that ITSM and DevOps have in common and share in operations, not just in one team but also between teams. Same goes for ITSM and DevOps in design and transition. We use a lot of videos and use cases to give people a good feeling on what it will be in real practice and have them discuss among themselves. Last topic of the day is we will explain a little bit on the DASA, the DevOps Agile Skill Association. So although this one-day training is not part of the DASA portfolio, it will definitely help you as a starting point if you want to continue with your DevOps education. And the DASA provides a number of courses on a junior level, novice level, but also on the expert level. So we'll give people some information, insights on how that will work. So that will be the day, and hopefully we have a lot of discussion among ourselves. So that means that I already discussed, we have a practical approach on this one. So it does mean that we have a lot of the group discussions, and it also means that we will participants to allow to learn continuously and to understand the unique organization's own of the unique situation they are in themselves. So in the end, that means that at the end of the day, the participants, the students, will be able to describe and relate DevOps and ITSM. They will also be able to discuss the value of ITSM in a DevOps environment. So it prepares students to facilitate the right discussions in their organization in order to maximize the value for their customers. So it also helps in identifying opportunities for improving the way the services are provided. And for that you benefit not only from ITSM but also from DevOps. And it also means that they are able to have the answers on questions as, okay, I know the theory, what am I going to do next? What will I do in my organization? And what are the areas where I will get the most benefit through an improved collaboration between DevOps, between development and operations, using both the ideas of DevOps and strengthen it with ITSM. So in the end we will give them some instruments to improve their organization. So I also expect that we have currently now today some trainers in our webinar. What will that mean for trainers? Right down, I listed a number of bullets on the trainer requirements. What we want you to be skilled in is that you have a practical experience in IT service management. Of course, also the ability to deliver a training, but I think that goes without saying. And also some theory on ITIL. Usually if you have the ITIL foundation and some credits from the ITIL practitioner, you're fine. It also helps to have experience and knowledge in DevOps and also hold the DASA fundamental certificate. Why do we ask that from you? It's because it's a very practical training with, I think, at least 50% of the time is exercises. So it also means that the trainer understands ITSM as well in theory as in practice. So you will be able to guide the discussions, you will be able to explain the application of both in different situations. And we do not think that that will go easy if you don't have the practical experience in both. So that's it from my side, and now I would like to hand over it to David again, because he will tell you a little bit more on what you should do if you're interested in getting started. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening.
Thank you, Henriette. Thank you very much. So for getting started with this course, you have the option, obviously, to contact us, and we will organize sessions in a number of countries. And wherever we are not present, we have training partners that will be offering this course. So as you have been able to see, at the beginning of the webinar, we operate in nearly 50 countries around the globe. So we have partners that are able to deliver this all around the globe. And if you are a training organization and are willing to offer this training, and you need for this trainers, or you need to prepare your trainers, or if you need materials, you can contact us, and those will be available shortly from our solutions business line. And for now, I would like to thank you all for participating. It was a pleasure and an honor to have you with us. We hope you find this session both educative and informative. Please do check our website, quingroup.com, to learn more and get access to our white papers, blog posts, and other thought-provoking pieces on Lean IT, DevOps, ITSM, etc. And you will find more in our Knowledge Center. If you have any additional inquiries, please feel free to reach out to us, Harriet or myself. And once again, thank you very much, and everybody have a great day.
Thank you so much, everybody.